So today I'm out here with Alex. Alex, how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Alex, when I approached you, the reason why I approached you is because I noticed that you're far along in your pregnancy, and 8 months, you said?
Yeah, I'm 8 months pregnant with a little girl. They say it's a little girl, but I have a feeling that it's a little boy. But yeah, and I'm homeless.
And you say you think it's a boy because you just recently had a boy last year?
Yeah, I just had a boy. His name's Jeremiah. July 17th is when I had my son last year, and that's my due date this year. So yeah.
You also mentioned you're homeless out here in Phoenix. How long has that been going on?
About my whole pregnancy. Like 2 months into my pregnancy is when I came out here.
And what happened 2 months into your pregnancy that would cause you to come out to the streets?
I'm getting away from domestic violence and stuff like that, and it's kind of hard getting clean, and I don't have family support, so yeah, and I'm a drug addict. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's just hard to be a drug addict and be pregnant and not have any support, but yeah.
Alex, you mentioned you're battling addiction. What's that addiction to?
It's perks, blues.
And do you know what those perks or blues are made out of?
Yeah, fentanyl. I lost my dad to a fentanyl overdose.
So your father passed away due to an overdose from, were they the prescription?
No, they were the fake ones. He thought they were the real ones, but it's when they first hit Arizona. And yeah, he thought he was getting the real thing, and they weren't. They ended up being the fentanyl ones, and he overdosed.
Okay, and so the ones you're doing now are the exact same pills, the counterfeit fentanyl pills.
Yeah.
They're dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And so potentially that might happen to you as well. Is that possible?
Yeah.
And how long have you been dealing with that addiction?
Since my dad passed away.
How long has that been?
In 2017, July 22nd is when my dad passed away.
About 5 years?
Yeah. I was in rehab for 2 months. Exactly a month ago, last Friday, I was in rehab for 2 months. But like, I had a problem with my insurance and stuff like that, and also I'm an addict. I wanted to get high, so that's why I'm back out here. But my plan is to go back to rehab this week. I just need to get a couple things in straight in order for the baby, because I'm so close to having this little baby, and I'm gonna check myself back into rehab.
So let's say very soon you have your baby. What happens? Does the state step in and takes the baby away from you? What do they do?
Well, regardless, even if I were not even to do drugs, they would take my baby away because I have a CPS case open. Last time I had my son and me were both clean. I know that sounds like impossible, but yeah, like we both came out clean. But I told the doctor while I was in labor that I did drugs, and I basically told him myself. So my son, when he came out, he didn't come out addicted to anything. But I told the doctor that I got high, and that's why they took my son away. And that's why I'm currently dealing with CPS. But getting into rehab and stuff like that, they help me with, like, if I check myself into rehab by next week, they'll help me and let me keep my baby, and they're gonna give me my son back. I just need to be clean, and I need to be checked into a rehab. And then they'll give me my son back, and I get to have this baby with me, and like, they'll help me through the process of staying sober and beating this addiction.
You mentioned no family support. Your father's passed away. What about your mother?
Yeah, I know my mom, she died from COVID. 2 years ago, she died from COVID. And then my dad overdosed, and my mom, my sister, and my brothers, like, they don't want anything to do with me. They don't believe in me being a single parent, but I don't know. I'll make sure that my baby's okay with just me. I know I needed a father figure, but I'll make sure my baby, I am gonna be my baby's dad. and mom. I'll make sure that both of my kids don't need anything. But yeah.
You seem determined, you seem strong. To be out here in the streets, you have to be, right? The streets are really rough. I was really surprised when I approached you. When I saw you initially from far away, I thought you were like a wife and you were looking for your boyfriend or husband out here on the streets.
Yeah.
And come to find out you're battling homelessness and addiction yourself. And but you know what, you seem strong enough to persevere and overcome this. One thing that is striking about you is that you don't have that quote unquote homeless look. You don't have that addict look.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have like your face as far as a little, you know, they have those little marks.
Yeah, where like picking my face and my hands and stuff like that. Self-care, I guess.
Yeah, your fingers aren't all black from smoking.
Yeah.
Looks like you're clean. You shower, but you're just on that as far as like taking care of yourself on a daily basis.
Yeah, I believe, like, I don't know, self-care is something major. Like, there's a lot of us that, like, I know most of us don't have showers. I don't have a shower, but you know, like, there's truck stops and stuff. That's where I take a shower. I don't own anything because it's always getting stolen, but yeah, I just deal with it day by day. Like, go with it day by day, and then we'll see. You know, whatever God blesses me with today is, you know, I'll make something out of it.
You shower at the truck stop?
Yeah, at the Love's truck stop. It's $15 to take a shower. Sometimes the truck drivers, like, they'll give you, you know, like a free shower or whatever. But yeah, I pay to take a shower, you know.
And how many pills do you consume per day?
Probably like 10 to 15.
And how do you make money to buy those pills?
I hustle, I flip, like, how do I say this? Yeah, I just hustle up some money.
Okay.
Without like saying too much.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. You kind of look familiar. Maybe I've seen you in the past, you know, here and there, but I just, you know, it's not every day that I run into folks that are expecting, you know. And you're really young, and you kind of stick out in a crowd, you know, because these guys out here, they look different than you, right?
Yeah.
They look like they're strung out, and you don't.
Yeah.
If you weren't out here in the streets, what would you be doing, like, as far as career wise, or would you be going to school?
Yeah.
What would you be doing?
I have my degree to be a RN, but I do drugs. I love drugs. I loved drugs way too much. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I went to college to be a RN. I have my associate's degree to be a RN. I'd be at home right now as a nurse with my son Jeremiah, ready to have this little baby. Yeah, that's what I would be doing right now.
When I approached you, I asked you if you had ever heard Lost in Phoenix, and you said yes. You know, I've interviewed that. You know, you've interviewed some of my friends, and you know the purpose of this channel is to create prevention through awareness. By you having the courage to share your story, you can actually impact somebody's life out there. You know, a young Alex out there that's 15, 16, and maybe she'll decide to stay away from these pills. You know, how do you feel about that somebody can actually not get into these pills just by hearing your story?
If you can take the chance to not ever do these pills, don't. They're the worst thing ever. Like, I've done other types of drugs, and like, they're not the same as this pill. Like, this pill is like, it destroys everything. You'll never be the same. So like, if you're at a party or you're with your friends and they tell you like, try this pill, don't. Like, even if they tell you like, oh, you know, you're gonna be cool, you know, or you want to stick out, don't do that shit. That's not worth it. You get nothing out of it, I promise. Like, there's nothing but problems. Like, it destroys your life completely. You'll never be the same. Like, don't do these pills. If you do them now and you have the chance to get away. Like, run away as far as you can from those pills. Because, like, I've lost so much time in my life. I've lost my son. Like, I'm in the process of getting him back. Like, I'm currently pregnant like this. Like, I shouldn't be like this. My parents didn't teach me this, you know? Life's way too beautiful. Like, for real. I know that there's so many, like, obstacles that life could throw at us, but just think about it. Like, it could be worse, you know? It could be. Just try to make the best out of it. And just love your life. Life's beautiful.
Alex, that's a really great advice. Can I show you this?
Yeah.
That's Gabby. Did you ever meet Gabby when she was out here?
No, I don't think so.
So Gabby, I started talking to her March of last year. She just recently passed away on May 19th. She was 22 years old, the same age as you. And she was out here in the streets 5 years, pills. So how do you feel? What does it make you feel like when you see young people your age being taken down by these pills? I mean, you've already seen it on a personal level
Yeah.
with your father.
Yeah.
But it's happening out here in the streets, you know, with people around here. What do you think about that?
It's crazy. It's sometimes you don't like want to believe it, but you try to cover the sun with one finger. I think that's what most of us do. Like, this drug is like a spell. Like, it makes you, like, I don't know. We're all running away from things, and like, I feel like that when you get high off of this drug, like, you're under a spell. Like, for a little while, for those 10-15 minutes, you get away from, you know, reality. Like I said, you cover the sun with one finger.
So Alex, I'm gonna say thank you very much. I'll take the little roll there. I'm gonna say thank you very much for sharing your story. I really appreciate you opening up and your willingness to help somebody with your story, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my number so you can call me if you need a ride to a treatment center, to the hospital, to a doctor, somewhere, a shelter. You just call me if you need somebody to talk to, okay?
All right.
You have no family, no father, but you know, I'll try to help you out as much as possible, okay?
All right, gangsta. Thank you.
I'm gonna hand you a donated blessing bag.
Thank you.
That is from Shorty, one of my subscribers. She's a friend of mine. Let's look inside there, see the contents, and those are items that you could use.
Yeah. I'm about to throw this shirt on right now. Just because I'm wearing a dress, obviously. And then there's like chips and stuff. Oh, okay, good, because I was hungry.
Little snacks.
Yeah. And then there's a card. And then let me see. And then there's a gift card. You want me to read it? Let me see. It says, "First, I want to say thank you for accepting this blessing bag my friends and family helped me make for you. I only ask that you do me a favor and say a prayer for me as I battle my struggles with depression, anxiety, and awful thoughts as well. When you can, please pay it forward. Please pay it forward and bless someone by simply being a friend and helping someone in need. I hope these items help out a little. Be safe. Please call Art to go to treatment. Give it a shot, please. We really do care about you. I am praying for you. Stay up, stay blessed, stay groovy, Shorty." That's cute. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shorty, for blessing Alex.
Yeah, thank you.
And Alex, what do you have a name for your baby?
Yeah, Lila Rose.
Lila
Rose Adams.
Lila Rose
Adams.
And Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Scott Adams.
They love you, they miss you, and I'm sure they want you in their life, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna go grab you lunch. You
right.
said you're hungry, so
Yeah.
lunch has been donated by my subscribers. Thank you very much, okay?
All right, thank you. Bye.